2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Golf Club Championship is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and we're at TPC Boston. Take us through this opening hole.
Par 4, 365 for the backs. This is as simple as it gets. Players generally going with a long iron hybrid at the most. They're going to have a wedge for the second. The only place they can stick the flag on this hole on the left-hand side or all the way in the back that will present any kind of challenges. An opening three here is almost required.
It's all set up to be a beauty. Let's see how it unfolds. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this hole location. What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
That's inside the house of opportunity. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill. Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
And now we have this player currently tied for first with Rickie Fowler. Here we are at the second tee.
Players looking to make four here, but never disappointed with a par 5.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? And this effort by Justin Thomas. Time for the fifth shot. Ooh. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one. Not ideal to find the fairway bunker, but a chance to make amends. That's it, it's okay. This one from about 160 yards out. Choosing the 9-iron here. He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. A 7-footer right here.
So far, so good.
And that's for a bogey. He currently shares 4th position.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
Just one bunker surrounds the screen, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
This lie's not great. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And a par putt awaits him. That's well holed.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The 4th at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
Here's Rickie Fowler from earlier. Here's our leader giving us another reason why they're on top. Let's return to live play now. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Okay, that hole's behind you now. Just one off the lead after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. find the correct one, you'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult two-putt.
From around 170 yards here, just one stroke back in this tournament. That should set up another chance. Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Let's head to this lengthy par 4.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
And let's take a look at this shot from moments ago.
4th shot here.
Setting up miles from the hole. Nice judge's speed. Job done. Let's head to the next. He's currently tied for 6th. Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee.
Par 5, 600 yards straight away. Wanting to make birdies, but par is a good number.
And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for his next shot here on the 11th.
Second shot here on the 7th. It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. Bit disappointing, that one. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just one stroke back and right in it. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. It was on a good line. 4 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3 to say the least.
This putt to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. That was a gallant attempt. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. This looks good. Let's take a look at Justin Thomas from earlier. Well, this is a fair reason why our leader is where he is on the leaderboard. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Next up is this par 4 hole.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their 2nd shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Opting for the 6 iron. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well holed. And that will take him to 1 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole.
Par 4 straight away. A hole that is simple and difficult all in the same breath.
Time to see what's happening over at the 15th. Here's Ricky Fowler. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
I've seen worse looking swings in a playground. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye. Oh, that one just missed the hole. A par putt awaits.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Well done. And Justin Thomas currently leads the field. Time to play one of the one-shotters.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
An opportunity for a birdie here. Oh, well played. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck.
Lovely effort, that. And now we go to the 13th, where this happened just a moment ago.
This was her third.
Oh. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. What's in front of them, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Just missing the birdie there. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in 2, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie 3.
From the sand, looking to get up and down. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Ouch, that hurts. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. He's currently tied for first. We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
The 14th hole at TPC Boston is a par 5 for the locals, a converted par 4 for the tournament, Rich, and it's a strong second shot down the hill.
Second shot, very narrow opening to this green. If you miss it out to the right in the bunkers, you have a difficult time getting it up and down. Out to the left, you have some options. Pars can be made.
All you can do is hope now, because that was never going down the fairway. Getting ready to play their third. He's currently tied for the lead. "19 feet to the cup." Just go ahead and tap that one in. And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Justin Thomas is at the top of the leaderboard with a 1-shot lead. Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Par 4, 421 yards. A lot of fun can be had here, but be careful of the green. It'll get you if you're not careful.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. This shot from 120 yards. 2 strokes off the lead.
Going for less club here.
Not the result they were after there. Ooh, that almost went down. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. And it's that man, JT, on top spot of this leaderboard. Good play from Justin Thomas. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. I don't mind the look of this. For the par. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. We have a par 4 on this one.
Severe dog leg from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a very narrow green. That dog will hunt.
Well, Rich, the 17th hole at TPC Boston, I think the most important thing is positioning your tee shot so you can get a clear look at the green here.
A very narrow green, actually bisected in 2 by Santa Claus's belly, thus the size of it. Find the right level, you have a birdie opportunity.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, so close. Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these. That gets the job done. Justin Thomas currently on top of this one. Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have 6s and 7s.
Henny, how bad is this lie?
He's eyeing this up and he's pleased with what he's seeing. This is sitting nicely.
That's a good-looking shot there. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Just 3 strokes back. Unable to find the green on this one.
And coming up well short.
Oh, lovely shot into a few feet. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. And another round safely in the books. And as this round comes to a close, he finds himself in 4th.
The tournament has been a blast to commentate on so far, Luke. Looking forward to this last and final round.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Golf Club Championship. Today's coverage is about to kick off. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, as this next golfer begins the day, what are you thinking about their chances?
Final round, they're in the top 5, but let's face it, their golf hasn't been stellar this week. It's been good, but not stellar. That's what the leaders in front of them are doing, stellar golf. So this player really needs to make something happen going into this final round if they have any hope to win.
Oh, I can't wait. Salivating to see how today's play goes. Playing their 4th shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. A bogey putt awaits. So it'll be a bogey on the scorecard to begin the round.
And a stumble on the opening hole never sets the tone very well. It'd be interesting to see how they react.
Let's see what happens here on the 2nd hole.
Players want to take out any club, driver, 3, whatever it takes, to miss the bunkers down the right-hand side in order to give them the best opportunity to knock it on in 2. However, danger lurks everywhere around this green, so players playing cautiously might want to consider laying up. Birdie 4s are always a good score on this hole, and you're never disappointed with a 5.
How close was that to going down? Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This is what they have left for a par.
Well hold. Sitting at 1 over for the event. Here we are at the 3rd.
Par 3, measuring 208 yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
These little members bounce to the right.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is way out. They could probably use a 9-iron from back here.
Putting for a par now. Oh, nice looking putt. He's currently tied for 4th. Oh, I love the strategy of a short par 4. Good luck here.
Par 4, measuring 298 yards. Will the players give it a go or not? Let's find out.
Well, it's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
A bit too much club there.
Time now for the 4th shot. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Great touch. Really nicely played.
Great touch.
And that'll be a bogey. Sitting at a couple over for the event. Let's see what happens here at the 5th.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
We need this one to bounce right. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Just didn't drop. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Good looking putt. Yeah, good job. Nice par. Justin Thomas is atop the leaderboard, now a 3-shot lead. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. 2nd shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Justin Thomas is our current leader. Let's see what happens here on the 7th.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in 2. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
Oh, well played.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. This hole is a par 3.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Par putt coming up here. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Time to take a look at the standings, and Justin Thomas currently holds top spot. This hole is a long par 4.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. That'll sting a bit. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. Well, that's a handy shot. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
This would be a great up and down. If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
That gets the job done. Justin Thomas with a very healthy lead at the moment. Teeing off here at the 11th.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Solid par putt, that. And JT is currently our leader. Let's head to the 12th hole.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck. You'll need it.
Opting for the 5-iron. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
This is like a bad lie with a bit of grilled bad lie on top, sprinkled with dashings of bad lie.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make. This is a good chance. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
Par 4, back up the hill, 447 yards. This is an adventure-filled par 4.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say. That lie was so bad, I didn't think they'd be able to get it anywhere near there.
This one's for birdie. And nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. To the top 5 he goes. Now 7 shots behind after that. This hole is a par 4.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
And that's the line in the sand. Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for 3rd.
And a big moment for this player with just 4 holes left.
Okay, steady now. That's disappointing. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
Currently at +3 for the event. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th.
Par 4, 421 yards. A seemingly simple par 4.
From around 140 yards here. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
And as the putt drops, 2 over, heading down the stretch. Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
And it's Justin Thomas in the lead. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
Par 3, I don't need to mention the one on the left-hand side. It speaks for itself.
This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. Oh, that's a nice ball flight. This is from miles away.
Looking for another birdie here.
Just hammered that through the line. 11 feet left to the hole. It's on a great line. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Justin Thomas is atop the leaderboard with a 2-stroke lead. Setting up now on a par 4.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
Lining up from around 160 yards. Well, that should find the bunker. Getting ready to play their third. And he needs this to save par. Oh, just missed. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. There it is. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, here we are, the 18th hole.
Players will be thinking birdie, but 6s and 7s will come along if you're not careful.
And here we are with the third shot. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
That's all she wrote, folks. His work is done here. And as this event comes to a close, he'll finish in a tie for 4th.
Absolutely. Finished top 5 in this event. Always a good sign. Hopefully better things to come.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.